You are listening to the PraiseWorks Health and Wellness Network. Our broadcast host will take you on a journey of total wellness for your mind, body, and spirit. All the content aired on this network have been copywritten and are protected by federal copyright laws. All duplications and or rebroadcasts of any show on this network must have the expressed written permission of the network owners. The claims and views presented on this network are not necessarily the view and opinions of the network owners. Take a moment every day to look in the mirror and smile, for do you not know that your body houses the Holy Spirit who is in you, a gift from God? You are not your own and have been purchased by God. So honor him with your body as you take a journey of total wellness for your mind, body, and spirit.
Welcome to the Wellness Journey with Lynnis of PraiseWorks. Our program will show you the fun and simplicity of wellness. You can achieve total wellness through holistic practices and fitness. Join us now as we talk to the experts in the field of total wellness for your mind, body, and spirit. Here's Lynnis.
Hi, this is Lynnis of PraiseWorks, and welcome to another edition of the Wellness Journey. I am so glad that you are here today. You know, I'm always excited to do this show because I have the best job in the world. I get a chance to talk to some of the premier experts in the field of health and wellness from all over the world. And so far, over the last few weeks, I have had a chance to interview people from Australia, the United Kingdom, Canada, and China. So I am just excited and just really joyful that the Creator has given me the opportunity to be able to bring these experts to you. And today we have another one, another great expert, and we're going to be talking about her book and her philosophy in terms of what it really means to be well, in terms of that thing that you keep hearing people talk about, or perhaps you're talking about. In fact, I was talking about it with her right before we got on the air. And it's our weight, and how we obsess about our weight. I think she has a unique perspective and one that I definitely resonates with the kind of programs that we have at PraiseWorks. So in a minute, we'll be bringing on Karen Koenig, and she's going to be talking about her book, Nice Girls Finish Fat. But before we do that, I wanted to share with you real quickly some of the things that are going on with PraiseWorks. Please go to our website always to get the latest and the greatest about what's going on with PraiseWorks. That's praiseworks.biz, PraiseWorks, all one word, .biz, and click on events to see what's going on, and check our monthly challenge. Every month we have a challenge for you. We've had walking challenges, we've had challenges on our abs, challenges on our buttocks and legs, challenges on our arms. Every month we have a calendar of exercises that you can do to help you arrive to the fitness that you need to be in. And for those who want to lose the weight or who want to have long arms or whatever your goal is, take a look at our challenges. More than likely we have something for your area of the body. So please go to praiseworks.biz and check that out. Also, go to our fan page. You can go to praiseworks.biz and then click on like our fan page. And there is like the up to the moment information about PraiseWorks and lots of information on health and wellness and fitness and nutrition and all the things that you need to know in order for your mind and body and spirit to be totally well. For those of you who are interested, PraiseWorks is sponsoring a cruise. It's PraiseWorks Journey to Wellness Cruise to Alaska, and that cruise leaves dock on September 22nd, 2013. And if you're interested in finding out more about that, again, go to our website and click on the banner. You'll see a banner that will say PraiseWorks Journey to Wellness Cruise to Alaska. And there you'll find out information. We are going to have some phenomenal speakers on this cruise, and they have set aside 100 cabins for us. So 200 of you out there somewhere I know will be interested in coming and cruising with us and having a great time enjoying the wonders of Alaska, and also finding out more information about how to get well in your mind, body, and spirit from some of your favorite authors and fitness and wellness experts. So that's my skinny. What's going on with you? I always want to know how you're doing and what's going on in your mind and what kinds of things you'd like to hear from us on the wellness journey. So send me an email at thewellnessjourney, that's all one word, at yahoo.com. thewellnessjourney@yahoo.com. And there you can just email me and tell me the kinds of topics you like to see covered, what shows you liked, what shows you didn't like. That way we are able to really bring to you those things that you truly care about and want to hear about. So speaking of hearing about, when we get back from the break, we're going to be talking with Karen Koenig, and she's going to be talking about a fantastic book. I read it from cover to cover. I'm so glad I got a chance to get a copy. Nice Girls Finish Fat. Put Yourself First and Change Your Eating Forever. The author of this book when we get back. You're listening to Lynnis from PraiseWorks, and you're on the wellness journey. Be right back.
PraiseWorks is sponsoring a cruise. Yes, we are cruising to Alaska. PraiseWorks Journey to Health and Wellness Alaska Cruise. It starts in September 22nd of 2013. That's September 22nd, 2013. We leave from beautiful Seattle. We will be cruising for 6 days and 7 nights. And we're going to be doing some wonderful ports of call. Now, please don't let me destroy these names. But here we go. Now, I haven't cruised to Alaska. Been to Alaska, but I haven't cruised to Alaska. So after I've cruised to Alaska, I'm going to know all these names by heart. But Genoa, Sitka, Ketchikan, Victoria, British Columbia. Those are the ports of call we'll be going to. And the really awesome thing about this cruise is that we're going to also have the Journey to the Wellness Conference 2013. Where, as I mentioned, 3 awesome speakers. Dr. Cami Bailiff, she's going to be talking about unleashing your happy hormones. Dr. Kathy Grover, she's going to be talking about navigating nutrition, what to add and subtract for better health. And then Krista Dunk, she's going to be talking about spiritual wellness, revealing the spiritual heart and discovery of your body. And we're also going to have me, myself, and I, Journey to Emotional Wellness, talking about how to get rid of the toxicity of your life. So you not only get a chance to cruise and have a great time and partake in all the different activities that we'll have planned for you, but you also get a chance to go to the conference, meet the speakers. All of them are published authors, get a chance to spend some time, and also get some wonderful information about embarking on that so important journey of wellness for your mind, body, and spirit. If you want to find out more about this fantastic cruise, please go to my website. That's praiseworks.biz, praiseworks.biz. And there you'll see events. Click on events. You'll see Alaska Cruise. Click on Alaska Cruise, and there's all the information that you need to find out about our cruise. That is the PraiseWorks Journey to Health and Wellness Cruise to Alaska. And that way, if you go to the cruise, you can attend the conference we're going to have, which is the Journey to Wellness Conference 2013. A fantastic opportunity to cruise your way into wellness for 2013, and we can't wait to have you. We have early bird specials that are coming on, so quick, go to the site. We have until the end of October, the time. So if you want to get even better discounts on the cruise, fantastic incentives that we have, early bird specials, we're offering all kinds of things in our goodie bag for you from the authors and from PraiseWorks. So please go to my website, praiseworks.biz, and find out more about the Alaskan cruise.
is Lynnis from PraiseWorks, and if you're rejoining us, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're just now tuning in, welcome to the Wellness Journey. We have a phenomenal guest with us, and I have to say that when I saw her book title, again, that's usually what speaks to me is the title. It's like, wow, I want to find out more about this book and this author, and I did. Her name is Karen Koenig, and she wrote the book Nice Girls Finish Fat, Put Yourself First, and Change Your Eating Forever. She has a fantastic background. She is a cognitive behavioral therapist and a national speaker and author of 3 books on eating and weight. Karen, are you there?
I am.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Wellness Journey. I just love the title and the picture of the book because the tape measure is tied in a nice, pretty little bow.
It is a great graphic.
Yes, and there's a message in that, I'm sure. I know there's a message in there also. And also, I love the lady's manicure. She's got perfect hands.
She does. They look a lot better than mine.
They sure look a lot better than mine. That is for sure. It's not my gift. But tell me, Karen, first of all, tell us a little bit about your background and why you felt the need to write the book Nice Girls Finish Fat.
I am a psychotherapist and an eating coach. I have a worldwide clientele, and I've been working with eating issues for about 35 years. I'm also a recovered binge eater and overeater myself, so I know from whence I speak. And in working with clients, mostly women, no surprise, on their eating problems, one theme kept coming up over and over again. Women stuffing their feelings and people-pleasing and trying to be nice and then raiding the cookie jar. So I knew that there was something going on, and that spurred me to write the book so that women could develop other qualities, not get rid of the niceness, of course, but develop other qualities and take better care of themselves.
Now, when it comes to the whole nice quality and women taking better care of themselves, what is it about women in particular that keeps us from taking care of ourselves? Why is it that we feel the need to put everybody else before ourselves?
Well, I think there are a lot of things going on. It's somewhat complex. Some of it is in our DNA. You know, the men went out to hunt and the women were sitting in their caves taking care of the children. So we are very other-oriented to begin with. You know, other people and taking care of them is on our radar. So there's that, and then there's culture where women are supposed to be sweet and nice and pleasant and not rock the boat, and men get a chance to be angry and powerful and forceful. Now that, of course, has changed, but there's still a lot of that in our culture. So those are the main reasons that women come out being really, really nice. And it's a fine quality. I don't want to put it down, but you know, I have to say I want women to color with all the crayons in the box, not just a nice color.
Right. You might maybe want to use some of the black and brown and gray maybe too, and not just all the bright, pretty colors. What's your definition of a nice girl? What makes a girl nice?
Some of the characteristics that I saw through my practice and in people I know are nice girls tend to be people pleasers. They worry a lot about what other people think. They tend to be perfectionists and have a lot of all or nothing thinking. You know, if that dinner party didn't go perfectly, it was a failure. They take really great care of other people. They are excellent caretakers, and yet all that compassion and kindness is turned outward. They don't. They're very hard on themselves. Very hard on themselves. They put themselves down. They speak really. They mistreat themselves. They don't speak up. They sit with feelings, and you know that, of course, leads them to eat. And they are really afraid to put themselves first. There's a lot of guilt in the idea of being selfish, frightens them. So those are some of the things that I see in nice girls. And there are nice guys, too, but not as many as us.
Now, how does nice girl sometimes translate itself into someone that develops a weight issue or a problem with obesity? How do those two correlate?
That is a wonderful question. So here's, one example of many. Let's say you are going to take care of your mom and in her house, and mom tends to be a perfectionist and kind of critical, and you know that if you're there a long time putting up with her, you're going to come home really upset. So rather than saying, gee, Mom, I wish I could stay longer, but I can't, when Mom says, oh, don't go, you never spend any time with me, which adds insult to injury, you stay. And then you're fuming on the way home, and you feel undervalued, and you maybe stop by a McDonald's, or you go home and you eat that cake that you had made for dinner 2 nights from now. So that's what women do. Rather than set boundaries and speak their feelings, they stuff them down with food.
And it's kind of a way of almost like self-medicating, isn't it?
Oh, totally. In a very brainwave sort of way. People can dysregulate us. Our feelings start to move around in ways we don't want them to. And when we feel dysregulated, we turn to food, because in those moments, right after you swallow, but certainly not down the road, you do feel calmer. I always say people love things that are high in fat and sugar, which affect their brain. It's not like they come home and say, well, I'm going to have a lot of broccoli, because that's not going to change their mood. But we know that eating sugar and things that are high in fat will calm us down for a while, and then we feel re-regulated. But, of course, that doesn't last, and it's not a very effective strategy.
So how does one stop using the food for medication and begin to work on themselves so that they don't put themselves in that quandary of wanting to, maybe lose some pounds, but also feeling the need to eat the good stuff that makes you feel good? It's kind of like, how do I, lose the weight and still feel good at the same time without using the bad habits of the past, which kind of circumvent the good habits that I'm trying to develop?
Well, the first way is to really, I have a nice girls test in the book that's it's funny. All my books are funny, and so Nice Girls has a lot of humor in it, too. So I would suggest that people take the test and then go through the book chapter by chapter and say, is this me? Is this me? Is this me? And women email me, or people will call and they become clients and say, oh, I felt like you were talking exactly to me. You knew exactly the things that get me into trouble. So looking at each of those personality traits and seeing how you can change them. What personality traits do you want to add to the ones you have already? Which ones do you want to say, this is really not doing me a lot of good? And it's usually around setting limits, delegating, not feeling selfish, not feeling guilty when you take care of yourself, and working in these areas. So that's one way to do it. And the other is to always ask yourself when you have the urge to eat, am I hungry? If you're really hungry, what do you want to eat? And then you go sort of down that line. If you have the urge to eat and you ask yourself, am I hungry? And the answer is no, you go right to, what am I feeling? So that really helps. It's a shortcut way of changing your eating. And after a while, you know your triggers. You know that every time you have a fight with your partner or your kids, or you get a poor evaluation at work, you know you're going to be upset. So you know what your triggers are, and you figure out ways other than food to calm yourself and, as I would call it, re-regulate your emotional system.
You know, it's interesting because I was just looking at your content, and you said that your book is written with a sense of humor. And as you read the table of contents in the book, I know it will resonate with a lot of women because you kind of already know, okay, this is what this paragraph is going to be about, and boy, is that one me. And the thing that came to my focus right away was go cry on your own shoulders, taking care of friends.
Yeah.
That is so. That is so. It resonates with me in many ways because it also resonates with the whole idea of just saying no and rerouting some of that energy drain that people have in life that puts us right back into that need to self-medicate and feel good because we are feeling so overwhelmed and frustrated because we're trying to help everyone else and there doesn't seem like there's anyone out there to help us.
Exactly. And in fact, there are lots of people to help nice girls, but they don't choose those people often as friends because they're much more comfortable as the giver than the givee. Because when they don't want to burden people, they don't want to show their defenses and their vulnerabilities. So they take care of other people and are very uncomfortable being taken care of. So I for instance, I run a Yahoo message board, Food and Feelings, and women learn to take care of each other there. And it's a great thing. You know, you put out your problem and a lot of people answer and say, oh, no, that happened to me, and here's what I did to change the situation. So you really picked up on something that one is we need to pick friends who can take care of us, and then we need to learn to accept help. It actually feels really good when you can do that.
And another thing, too, when I was reading your book that was really interesting because the whole thing about, well, if I do this, it will appear selfish. But in your book, in the chapter, me, just practicing, it talks about learning to be selfish. You empower women it's okay to do things for yourself. It's okay to put yourself first, you know, because the way I look at it, and the way I had to learn to look at it is because I have 4 daughters, and now they're all in their 20s. And let me tell you, I wish I could say it gets easier when they get into their 20s, but it just gets to be a different kind of hard. You know, it's just a different kind of hard. Instead of, oh, Mom, my Barbie doll is broken, it's like, oh, Mom, my transmission fell out of my car. Big difference between this $10 doll and a $1,000 transmission, you know. But even with that, I have had to learn to put myself first in some instances so that I could still continue to be there for them. Because if I don't take care of myself, there will not be an old mom to call. And I like the idea. How does one learn to be selfish? How do we change our behavior to start putting ourselves first, you know, and not feeling bad about it?
Here's one pretty easy behavioral way. When you are about to make a decision, someone asks you to do something. You're not sure if you want to do it because it feels a little overboard, but you kind of want to do it because they're your friend. So you have 2 choices. If you do it, you may feel resentful, and if you don't do it, you may feel guilty. I personally would rather feel a few minutes of guilt than feel resentful. I will carry that around with me all day long. If I do something and then feel used or undervalued. So knowing that sometimes that's the choice that you have. Do you want to feel resentful and let that fester, or do you want to feel a little guilty and that usually passes? So that's one approach to dealing with that situation.
I think that's an excellent piece of advice, and I think that it's empowering. And sometimes some of these things we kind of know intrinsically from a commonsensical point of view, but many times we just ignore it because sometimes we make things a little bit harder than what they really are. Like, oh no, that possibly that can't work because it just seems too simple. But the reality is, your book, I think, has bits and tidbits of things that will resonate with people because it makes sense. And it's something that will be easy to do. You can see yourself actually doing these things. It's not like you're putting yourself into some kind of a mental gymnastic knot or something like that. It's very easy flowing and fits well with one's spirit. If there is anything that you wanted people or women in particular to walk away with when reading this book, what would it be?
Well, the idea that you don't have to give up being a nice person and having certain qualities that you really like about yourself. That when you add qualities, it broadens you. It gives you a larger toolbox. So, wow, I want to take care of somebody now, and I don't want to take care of somebody now. And the biggest thing is there is a change in women's eating when they learn what I teach in the book. It changes itself automatically because the frustration and the emotional upset goes down and the empowerment goes up.
And you begin to start making decisions based upon what's best for your body. And if you're thinking clearly, of course you know it's not best for your body to ram down a double cheeseburger with fries, a Coke, and apple pie. Right. You know that that's not the best thing to be doing on a regular basis. Sometimes when you're not thinking as clearly and not putting yourself first, then you will do that. So your book kind of helps people to see themselves as they really are, which is precious and valuable. And therefore they need to treat themselves that way. It's a wonderful book. It's Nice Girls Finish Fat. And Karen, how can one get this book? What's the best way for them to get it?
Well, they can go to Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com. Any of the online sources have it. That's really the best way. Or to Gers, let's see if Gers Books has it. They're a eating disorder publisher. They have my other 3 books. But I would say just go online, and they can easily get it. And also they can go to my website to read more about Nice Girls Finish Fat, and that is www.nicegirlsfinishfat.com.
Okay, so you can get the book, Nice Girls Finish Fat, Put Yourself First and Challenge Your Eating Forever by Karen Koenig through Barnes and Nobles and all the other major book outlets and stores. And you can also go online to her website. And on her website, she has all kinds of interesting, neat information that is helpful. And I do have to say that it is written with a sense of humor. You will read this book and walk away feeling happier. And there'll be some times when you'll just laugh out loud, which is kind of funny because you're reading, you laugh out loud, and everybody wants to know what you're reading. So you can tell them and say, go get the book. Her website is www.nicegirlsfinishfat.com by Karen R. Koenig. Karen, thank you so much for being on the wellness journey today. I really enjoyed reading your book. And once again, folks, you know what I say when I really like books. This is one of those pocketbook books. It can fit right into your laptop carrier or your pocketbook if you want. You can pull it out, go to any page, and there's something valuable in it. So I highly recommend that you get it, whether you're trying to lose weight or whether you're trying to kind of get on top of the curve and feeling better about yourself. This is a great book to add to your library. Karen, thank you so much for being on the wellness journey.
Oh, and I thank you. I had a ball.
Oh, thank you. Wow, you guys, I was just reading this book this morning, and I turned to the back of the book. I have to read it to you. I have to share it with you, and then you guys got to get this book. I'm telling you, I don't tell you to get these books unless I really believe them, and usually I don't have anybody on the wellness journey whose book I haven't read. So I'll tell you right now, in the back it says, how often have you thought no but said yes? About as many times as you've thought fruit cup and ordered cheesecake. That was me yesterday. I mean, but come on. I was at that, that restaurant, the Cheesecake Factory. And I mean, when you're at the Cheesecake Factory, you order cheesecake, right? But they did have a fruit cup there, but I ordered the cheesecake. But just to give you an idea, funny book, great information, valuable lessons. Well, we are at the end of our session, as I call it. I like to call it sessions because we get a chance to talk to the experts and get all their information. And when you leave, you feel like, gosh, I've had a great session with, the therapist or the doctor or the fitness trainer or the pastor we might have had on the air. It's just wonderful to be able to talk with people who I believe the Creator has endowed with wonderful gifts and talents that they're willing to share with all of you. So I hope that you will come back again and listen to another journey, another edition of the Wellness Journey. And also, don't forget to go to our other show that is live every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the Wellness Journey live on the Women for Women Network. And there you can go to our show page and listen to our live shows that come on 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Tuesday. We also have an archive there, too, so you can listen to past shows. And the best thing about it is that you can call in and actually talk with our guests and ask them questions and find out even more about the information they have and how it can help you arrive to total wellness for your mind, body, and spirit. This is Lynnis from PraiseWorks, and you're listening to The Wellness Journey. We look forward to having you again on air listening to us next time.
Thank you for joining us on the Wellness Journey. We hope that you have enjoyed our show and look forward to the opportunity to share with you again information that will help you along your journey to total wellness for your mind, body, and spirit.